Hey everybody, I am going to do a walkthrough on the reverse polarization kit and LEDs for the 4th Gen 4runner. In front of me I have a 2003 limited HVAC. So what I'm going to do is take it apart. This will more than likely be a 2-minute or 2 series video, so stick with me. So what we're going to do is flip it over. We've got some screws up top that we need to take out. First we're going to take these top two with the connection, set those aside, change to a size 2 bit, take out the screws around the plastic, so I took out those three and these two connect this plastic to the unit. Just take your finger, push in on the clip, this piece of plastic comes off. We will modify this in just a few minutes. So now we're here with the back off. These two LEDs were already out because I've had this unit. So what we're going to do now is start disconnecting the 3 knobs from the main unit, also removing this. So you will need 2 different bits here. I've got a number 2 and a number 1. We're going to go to the number 1 for the small screws. So the lower cover here, you can leave that screw in. We'll take this cover off of that unit. So we have 2 more screws on the inside. We need to take those out. Set those aside. Now this unit is loose. This unit stays connected to there. So now what we need to do is disconnect the 3 knobs from the main unit. And there's 3 ribbon cables. 1, 2, and 3. So what we need to do, this one's actually been replaced. What we need to do is get down in here. See if I can get to focus. Each side, these ribbon cables, you've got to release these little clips, okay? Once you do that, slide something, pin, pick, whatever, and this pulls out. Be careful with these ribbon cables, try not to mess them up. We'll slide to the next one. Click, click, that releases the ribbon cable. Pops out. On to the next one. Click, click. Pull that ribbon cable back. Okay, so those 3 are loose. Now, you can leave these knobs in, or you can take them out. If you undo this screw, this screw, this screw, and then just push them down through and they'll come out. I'm gonna leave them in for now. So now we've released everything. We're gonna take this 4th screw out, twist this up, and now we have the whole unit. This black surround sometimes comes off, sometimes it doesn't. Just peel this off, put it right back down in the casing. Okay, we're gonna set this up here out of the way. If you're wondering what some of those knobs look like, I have some here that were already out from another job. So now we need to remove this film, factory film that was already on there. You need to get a razor blade out. This razor blade will be in your kit. It is a razor blade, so be careful, it is sharp. We take this razor blade. Now this is where you need to take your time, be careful, try not to cut yourself. This film will probably rip, it may or may not. Sometimes I get it perfectly off, sometimes I don't. So I just get right started underneath the edge. I just like to make small passes, putting pressure down the whole time. It can slide off right there at the end, so be careful. I've got it on my stomach. You could slide off and cut yourself. I have done it. So just be careful. Slow passes. Sorry, I'm breathing awful lot. It's not the easiest thing to do on camera. So you just keep making passes. Okay, so you can see here, I've got about that far down. Then I flip it and go from the other direction. Small passes. Some of these are harder than others. Just make sure you take your time because you can cut yourself. Okay, so I have it about a third of the way on each side. I'll try to get another little pass in. So now that I have, you can see on the screen just that little line that's still got adhesive. So I kind of tend to slide that underneath. And just slowly on either side run that razor blade down. Okay, so now you can see that film, very sticky. You won't need this anymore, can't be used. Okay, so now you can see in the screen there's some film there. So I did include two alcohol prep pads. I typically just use one, but I gave you guys an extra because I've done this for a while and it may take you some time. If you have a bottle of alcohol, that will help you as well, more than just using this. So I typically just rip this open, pull it out, and I'll soak it. Sit there and let that soak just a minute. I like to put a little bit of extra alcohol on it. And I just run it back and forth a couple of times. Now, I'll set this alcohol pad aside, take this razor blade, and just run it down through there. Now you can see all this glue right here that's come off. That's not it. There's a ton more. You can see it. So you just got to slowly keep working at this. Getting your alcohol pad back out, wetting it, setting it aside, and just slowly keep working this. Working. Get some good light. Get it all cleaned off. I'm going to pull this off camera and finish probably. But I've got a lot of it off so far. I do like to use a microfiber cloth to clean it some, but you can see there's still a whole lot on there. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this off in a minute, and on the second video I'll put how to put the new film on, but I'll just show you a little bit of this. Most of you probably know the T4 LEDs are here, which I can't get one out, of course. There's one. There's two. We will be replacing those, so I'll just set that aside. So this is your unit. Be careful with the glass. If you break it, you'll have to get another one. So there's the unit. So what I'm going to do is clean this up, and I'll do part 2, putting the new one on and putting everything together.